We live. What's up, guys?
The way I was looking at it, I want to talk to you about that. If you look at what's going on today.
Dane, you live, Dane.
Alright.
You live on 4Bidden Knowledge.
Okay, now I'm real. Now I'm legit. now we down to business, the real business now. This is I was thinking about this. I wanted to ask you about that. So if you look at what's going on now, like based on what you were saying about how on Mars there was some catastrophes happening, it sounded like they probably, fucked up the planet.
Oh yeah.
And had to leave.
Yeah.
It seems like it's similar to what's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like we fucked up the planet, and now we have an exit strategy because they know some shit is coming. The elite are going there, they're going to establish their money system and their thing, and they're going to need people to build shit for them.
Infrastructure.
So, also, I can't imagine if the elite are going to Mars that they're not, having people to do the physical work out there.
Oh, they do have it. Why do you think so many people are getting abducted all the time?
Slaves, they're slaving niggas out.
All these people getting abducted on Earth.
But the thing is, it's like the same exact thing that happened before happening again. It's like from Earth to Mars, and now it's from...
We just keep reliving cycle after cycle. We keep reliving. One thing they found on Mars is they found xenon, weapons-grade xenon in the atmosphere from the Mars Global Surveyor. That's evidence of a nuclear catastrophe in the ancient past. And so, that's something that we could test here on Earth as well. Yeah. And this is why I used to call Mars a god of war, because it really was a war. Mars was involved in that last pyramid war that extended from Earth to the Moon and to Mars, and you could find remnants of the damage on all three bodies.
That's the reason why every time we start to put shit out the atmosphere, it gets knocked down.
Well, it's not that it doesn't really get knocked down, to be honest with you. Everything goes through. There's something called the Van Allen radiation belt. Now, Van Allen discovered this radiation belt in the 1960s, and he made NASA aware of this belt. What happened was NASA said, okay, let's send the Mercury mission. So they sent Mercury up there. Mercury missions went up, detected that there was a higher level of radiations in certain parts of the upper atmosphere.
I thought I should go live too.
But they found a way. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and go live. We're going to go double live, man. We're having a great conversation over here. Great conversation, guys. Hey, check this out while he's going on. Look at that. Who knows who that is in that artwork right there, in that painting? And that's a classic right there. That's a classic street scene.
And they need to find this 5 of them.
Yeah.
It's the original one right there. Got Billy Carson.
We on a double live.
I'm dropping drill. We're going for good knowledge on his live. So, what were you saying?
What I was saying was the Van Allen radiation belt has basically been pushed out as a false truth. In other words, they discovered that there is a Van Allen radiated belt in the 1950s, 1960s. They did some tests up there and discovered that there's paths that you can glide through the Van Allen radiation belt, and also detected that by sending animals up there in capsules, that you'd have to be exposed to the radiation belt for up to 3 months in an unprotected vessel before you got a lethal dose of radiation. Now, to get from Earth to the Moon is a 3-day ride on conventional rocket propulsion. However, you only need a day to pass through the Van Allen radiation belt. So, after all this testing and everything else, they found that because of the Earth's magnetic field, as it whips through the belt, it creates these open pathways. So all they did was, and I have a very good article, if you go to forbiddenknowledge.com, go to my blog on there, there's an article about the moon on there. And the article I wrote went viral because it talks about Van Allen radiation belts. It talks about the fact that we went to the moon, but we also faked a lot of the footage. And why we faked footage to the people was because we were covering something up, something that they discovered up there that's on the moon when they sent low lunar orbit satellites before we went and detected that there was remnants of an ancient civilization. So the mission was to go to the moon and collect some of these remnants, but also lie to the general population about what truly was up there. So
why is it beneficial to lie instead of telling the truth?
Oh, well, the beneficial part of lying about what's up there is the fact that knowledge is always power. So if I know that there's a remnants of an ancient civilization up there, there may be access to ancient technology like Hitler was after on Earth. Hitler went all over the planet, scouring all these ancient tablets, going to Tibet monks and everybody else to look for this technology. The same thing with us when we go down to outer space. That's absolutely. So when you have this information, what if there's something in there that can give us the ability to jump forward in time 100 years technologically? Why would I want everybody to know about it? If I only know about it, then I can hoard that power, that knowledge, and I can utilize it against other people. I can use it to control people. I can use it as an advanced weapon that nobody knows that exists, things like that. That's why they lie about it. They don't want you to know. Not only that, the religious systems would collapse in a month. And that's a multi-trillion-dollar control system that they don't want to put out of place.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's logical.
Yeah, guys, we're getting ready to head down to the studio.
We want some other shit here, like the stuff on this planet is like, we know about it, but it's like it's old and it's hard to keep convincing people that they're not slaves, that want to be. So it's like we need to figure out the DNA of why we all think we need to be controlled a certain way and have a certain kind of life and be unhappy and depressed about it. You know what I'm saying? And then be told that's happiness. It's because we don't know our real history, where we're from, or why we even do the things we do. So I look beyond what I see because it's not logical to me. But when I come across some logic that gives me some answers, I listen. It just makes logical sense. And this dude has answers to some shit I've been thinking my whole life. Like, why do people do this? Why do they do that? And he got the logical answer and he has the backup, the paperwork. Feel me?
So we're going to be going over that today, guys. We're going to make a show. Today's show is going to be the power of DNA and how to access the law of attraction. So we're going to do that. And then if we have time, we'll do the history of the Anunnaki. And then after that, we'll probably talk about this new movie that we're going to be working on. What's that new movie? Chronicles of the Anunnaki.
Chronicles of the Anunnaki, the real Star Wars.
That's right, the real Star Wars.
The Chronicles of the Anunnaki, the real Star Wars over here. So again, on my page, and if you come to me, it ain't really about talking about old shit and bubblegum shit. It's about having answers, knowing the history, understanding the problem, and then figuring out how to make the future better. I think knowledge is the key to that. And I want all kinds of knowledge. I'm not just going what's presented. I actually want to know the shit that's not presented to us. And I know it's scary because you've been living in the Matrix. We all have. But, some of us really want to take the other pill. I'm one of those people. Who wants to take the other pill, bro? Who wants to get unplugged? I do.
That's right, man. It's time to take the red pill and get unplugged. We're going to go down the rabbit hole at Dame Dash Studios, so stay tuned.
It's about to get real at Dame Dash Studios.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. All right?
Hey, peace up. I love y'all. I'll see y'all a little bit later.
What's my opinion on people with negative